We're going to have a UFC fight. We're going to have a UFC fight. Think of this, on the grounds of the White House. We have a lot of land there. We're going to build a little, we're not, Dana's going to do it. Dana's great, one of a kind. We're going to have a UFC fight, championship fight, full fight, like 20, 25,000 people. And we're going to do that as part of 250 also.
A few moments later.
Is he fucking awesome? TDC on a quick clip. Recently, the man who is in charge of the United States of America just announced that there will be a UFC event at the White House. Whoa. Listen, that is the most exciting UFC announcement I have had in a very long time. Maybe even bigger than Khabib versus Conor. This is the biggest UFC announcement since Khabib versus Conor. I'm trying to think of something else. I don't think there's anything bigger than that. Maybe Tom Aspinall versus John Jones could have been the next biggest thing, but that's not gonna happen. Guys, if you are an MMA fan, if you are a UFC fan, if you are a fight fan, or if you're a combat sports fan, and you don't have a hard-on for this announcement, you ain't a real fan. You're not a real casual, and you're just floating around here doing nothing. This really gets me excited. And of course, you know an announcement like that is going to have very serious implications and ripple effects across the MMA and combat sports space. Of course, you already know you got critics, a few people saying, oh listen, that's a desecration of the office of, the White House. Listen, I don't know. There's been a few desecrations in the White House in more recent years. I don't think any of them happen to match up to the quality of what this event is going to be or represent. Now I have thoughts. I have more thoughts. First and foremost, take my money. Take my money today. I have no problem paying 85 plus taxes for it. But you guys know how much I don't like to pay 85 plus taxes, so I'm going to give you a few conditions that I, Mr. TDC, would like to offer to Uncle Dana and Mr. Orange Man to see how we can make this event worthwhile for all of us. Now, starting first, number one, this White House event. The main event and the main card should have, in fact, not the main card, the main event must have a United States champion. That's a tall order, and every fighter from the United States who's in the top 5 of any division, right now, you have your work cut out for you. Between now and July next year, there has to be a United States champion in any division. And that champion should have defended his belt at least twice before July next year. Let's start there. 2, there has to be real beef between the United States champion and whoever is going to fight. I need that to be organic. I need that to be real. I need that to sell the fight. There has to be real beef in there because I want fireworks. It's 4th of July, right? It's Independence Day 2026. So yeah, fireworks outside the octagon and specifically inside the octagon, is very, very necessary. I want to see it. I want to see people throw hands. I want to see knockouts. I want to see guys put to sleep. I want to see stoppages. I want to see excitement for the 25,000 people who are going to be in attendance and the millions of us who are going to view this from the rest of the world. I want to see it. By all means, there has to be that element of beef. You guys have to be able to sell this fight. It has to make sense, okay? A United States champion versus whoever. Now, I know this is not going to happen, but I swear to God, could you imagine if Tom Aspinall remains champion? And this is the guys I know. If Tom Aspinall remains champion by that time and John Jones decides to come back, yeah, sounds stupid, sounds played out, nobody's interested in that. But just imagine that, right? I don't care how it is. I don't care what it is. It's something. I need something. I need some excitement. I guess that's just all I'm saying. I need some excitement for this fight to happen. Anyway, my third condition. There should be a $250,000 bonus for every KO and every finish. Every finish, every stoppage. No, not stoppage. Actually, every KO, because we want fireworks. $250,000 bonus for every fighter who gives a KO. That guarantees some action. After all, it's the 250th birthday of the United States. So, from a marketing perspective, that also makes sense. $250,000. I can guarantee you, for the guys who would actually be shortlisted for that fight card, it has to be full action. Imagine throwing $250,000 in the mix for that. Woo-wee. You already know. And last, which goes back to my earlier comment for my 85 plus taxes. Can you have it on a really good streaming service? Preferably one we're already subscribed to, say like a Netflix, not ESPN. Because in more recent times, the ESPN broadcast, for me, I don't know about you guys, but the ESPN broadcast for me has been completely messed up. Completely messed up. For every time I'm trying to watch a fight card or an event, fight event, there's always glitches, there's always problems in the broadcast, and I'm sick and tired of it. UFC, you guys need to really renew or find some new partner, some new broadcasting partner. ESPN is not doing a good job right now. I don't know why that is. Anyway, back to the card. Those are my 4 conditions. I repeat that again. It has to be a United States champion in the main event. There has to be real beef to sell the fight. There has to be a $250K bonus for every knockout. And you have to have a good broadcasting partner. Side note, as expected on this, everybody in the MMA community is having reactions and everybody wants in. I'm talking Michael Chiesa, everybody wants in. Everybody wants some part of it. Everybody wants to have some part to play in this event. It's a one-of-a-lifetime event. The United States is not going to be 250 years old twice. It's going to be one time, and it's the first one-of-a-kind event at the White House. And I cannot wait, because I have a hard on just thinking about it. Now, Conor. There we go. Conor and Chandler. Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think Conor and Chandler should be the main event for that? I don't know. There's just elements in it that, even though I'm not interested in seeing a Conor versus Chandler fight, but there's just elements about that fight that might make sense for that particular event. Conor is from Ireland, which is not the US, Michael Chandler is from the United States. He was a former champion or has been a champion in a rival promotion. Conor has been a UFC champion. So there's, the word champion is sort of floating around. And I requested that there has to be, a US champion, more or less. I didn't say it had to be an active champion, did I? I don't think so. But if I did, don't hold me to it. I don't know if that's the fight I want to see for that event. But at the same time, I can't think of any other fight that would really make sense for an event like that, or an event of that magnitude that involves somebody, a popular fighter or champion from the US, and someone else, big popular fighter from another country. Unfortunately, Ilia Topuria right now would be the guy probably with the popularity, but he's not from the US. So I don't know. Guys, this is one of those ones I'm going to throw out to you guys. You guys let me know what you think. Let me know who's going to be your preference for a card like that. All I do know is from early prelims to the main event, it needs to be fire. And it also has to be, in my personal opinion, only fighters from the top 10 of each division. Top 10. Only fighters from the top 10 of each division. I'm sorry, I'm not looking for someone to do a come up in that event. I want established fighters that we know. So you can lock me in for 6 hours. If you guys have a difference of opinion, you're always free to make it known in the comment section. Mr. TDC out. Peace.